Coming to you live from the WayBeforeTheFame Garage, where today we're gonna do some wrenching. I'm gonna see if I can also slide in, driving to Citi Field, and just driving this truck around, asking if anybody wants it. Half troll, half serious. I don't think anyone out there would actually give me like $6,000 for this, but I do think it'll make some good content to just drive this around. I'm gonna see if I can change a couple things. One, wheels. So in typical Facebook Marketplace fashion, I've been getting lowballed left and right, and because of that, I was like, you know what? Let me change a couple things on this. Nothing too drastic, but let me swap over the wheels to the Steelies. Shout out to Teggy for giving me these. I bought these rims in Japan. I paid almost like $1,000. I put the raised lug nuts. It has brand new Toyo Open Countries 155/65 14s. The tires alone here in America are $800. If you want to say these rims are $300, we're looking at $1,100 setup right here. This truck being two-wheel drive, I knew there was going to be some people saying, oh, I wish it was four-wheel drive. I wish it was four-wheel drive. So I figured, let me get a really nice terrain-style tire, some really nice rims, and hopefully that'll bring up the value. But I'm starting to realize some people just don't see it that way. I think the first thing you need to do when you buy a 25-year-old car is swap over the rims. My feeling for that theory is even magnified when it comes to K-trucks. 99% of them all have old, dry-rotted tires. So if you're not going to swap over the rims, at least swap over the tires. But anyone who's ever bought a car on Patreon, everyone I ever spoke to, it's almost like a rule. If you're going to do business with me, I am not going to ship you a car with old tires and no rims. Especially when I'm physically in Japan and I can get you a set for $200, $300 installed, balance and everything. But every now and then there is that person that's okay with having a car with a dead battery. They don't want rims. They're okay with dry rotted tires. I could only suggest so much. Today we're gonna do though is make the Carry better. Yes, we're taking off the wheels, but I'm gonna see if I put some 8.4s, new plugs, new wires, new air filter. Part of me kind of wants to paint these. They're plastic, so it's like but I feel like these are a little, they can use some freshening up. Let's just say that. For starters, let's just pop this off. Channeling my inner Teggy right now. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so let's pop these suckers off. Oh, they're actually numbered. Nice. This one is number 1. Let's get this one out. I feel like I do spark plugs semi-often, so I wanted to buy a fancier set. And this is what we have here. Not sponsored or anything. I just think it looks nice. Oof. Look at that. So one of the main reasons I wanted to swap these over is because even in Japan, on initial startup, it was hesitant. They didn't want to stay on for the first like 5-10 seconds. You have to give it a bunch of pumps, and then eventually stayed on. So I can see maybe that was one of the issues. I thought maybe my carb needed to be clean or adjusted, and maybe it still does. We'll see when I eventually swap over the new plugs and wires, air filter, maybe even oil change today while we swap over the wheels. But let's get these new spark plugs in, because this might be my issue. The basic maintenance, I'm telling you guys, stuff like this, you just have to do it when you first buy a car. Hopefully I got the right ones. And I say that as someone who's had 30K cars, but in Japan, man, you really never know. So let's see. I think I got Iridium, so I think an upgraded version. But they look the same. Let's see if I can just drop these in with my nice magnetic new spark plug. Look at this. I'm bringing this with me to Japan. I really love doing services like this. One day I want to do a timing belt. I think that'd be cool just to experience it once. But let's get the wires out. NGKs, you know we only do the best of the best over here. If you need any parts, definitely shoot me a message. I can help you source some things, ship them over. I think I'm going to do maybe plugs and wires while I'm over in Japan. Honestly, when I go back over there, there's going to be some major differences. Not only am I going to go to the auction every now and then, but I feel like towards the end of my trip, if you guys remember, I end up going to Disney with my friend. And it was cool to experience Japan for Japan. Not just Daikoku, not just cars, not just auctions, not just up garage, not just tri-spokes. So I think this time around, I say this every single time, but I think this time around, I'm really going to become an actual tourist in Japan for once. Not only car stuff. Of course, we're going to do the car stuff because that pays the bills, but I'm going to sprinkle in some other fun stuff. I think I'm going to do like a random Tuesday, or maybe like a segment where every day, one day out of the week, we do something Japanese, not eat Outback Steakhouse. Well, that might do it. We're gonna go from that to this. Now with the plugs and wires all done, next thing to do is swap over the air filter. So this is actually the same as a Daihatsu Little Person, Carry, and JA12 and JA22W Jimny. I think it's the same as the J11 also. Maybe the part number is slightly different, but it has this same like hole. Has the wing nut right here. You just twist this off. I can get this done honestly in one take. How's everybody doing? Big shocker. It's disgusting. Now let's swap over. I wonder if there's a right or wrong way to do it. No, I think it just goes in like this. Pop this sucker back on. The hardest part is to find the hole, which some of us might have more experience than others. Air filter officially swapped. I was working on these. I'm gonna see if I can pop these off, and I believe they take the normal T10s and LEDs, so I just need to get them off, and then I should be able to also have LED headlights, which is always a good pro. So I just finished one side. That's the daytime lights. You can see the major difference. Old halogen, nice LED, and then headlights. Now the way you remove the headlights is this has two screws, one there, one there. That pops out, and then there's two 10s, one there, one there. Then you just shimmy it out and it drops. Here you have your T10, which is the daytime light LED, and then that's your H4. This you just pull out, that you just pull out, swap over, put this back on, and you're done. All right, let me see if this car starts right now. New plugs, new wires, new air filter, new LEDs. I did unfortunately spray that with water. 2 pumps. So I still got to give it some gas. It could be the water. So let me just... Okay, it's on. No smoke or nothing. I don't think it's anything major. I think it's just a matter of the carb needing to be adjusted. Maybe I'll look up something right now, see if I find any videos or information on how to, like, with my other one, I just have to grab a flat. So I was just on the phone with Ray from Anything Wheeled. Shout out to him. We established that my issue is the cold idle. You can see that the car is now at operating temps. It'll start with no problem. It'll idle with no problem. It's not as hesitant. So he thinks it's maybe what's under here. There's a screw that could get adjusted. Or he was just saying that it could be one of the cold idle screws. So we'll try to diagnose that. Right now what I want to do is swap over the wheels because I still don't want to drive to Citi Field. I want to drive this to Tegi too and just, you know, mess around. But new plugs are there. New wires are there. New air filter. I'll do the oil change another day. It's a little too snowy and it's going to get dark soon. I might swap this over right now to WayBeforeTheFame button, and I'm gonna see if I can also get this off and put a normal shift knob, just because that is for all my carry homies out there. If you have this same issue, definitely comment some solutions below. But let's swap over these wheels. Sucks that now it has LEDs and all this fun stuff, and people just don't see the value. New battery, all that stuff. So here's a before. Nice, beautiful Toyo Welcome Countries, Battleship rims. These are coming off, going in the Horde, maybe potentially sold to somebody upstate. No money has been transferred yet. It's like I don't even want to do this. It's almost like It's going backwards in life. It's like every car I buy, I need to put rims. And now I'm putting on hubcaps. All right, let's get it done. Doesn't look terrible. The caps that I got from Teggy were actually broken, so I had to use some zip ties. But we're all done. I'm gonna put these wheels inside, clean all this up, bolt this all down, we'll start it, we'll drive it. So I found some more stuff in my hoard that we can actually de-rice the Carry with. So one, this really tall shift knob. If anybody wants it for literal free, just pay for shipping. Shoot me a message. In here, we got some goodies. I think I would like to put something like this. I'm not sure if it'll work, but then I also have a separate shift knob. I have these blacked out pieces for the front bumper. I'm thinking of throwing those on. I have this that we're gonna put in the Mini. I'll show you guys that tomorrow. This is for the horn. This is for the front lights, and then this is another shifter. So let's see if we can use this one preferably. No, this one doesn't work. Can we try this one? This one is kind of funny. It's like VIP style. Nah, this one doesn't work either. I think I need like an adjuster, like the thing that's probably here. If this can come out, it might be attached to it. But I think I have one more shift knob that we could try out. Let me see what it would look like with the black. Should we black it out on the front? Make it stand out a little more. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. WayBeforeTheFame.com to the rescue again. I had these on the website. And just like that, brand new shift knob. Blacked out face. I don't love it. I don't hate it. The reason I even have those is that on my initial Carry, I took them off just because it kind of looks like blah. But this one, why not? It would look much better with the black wheels, but I'll keep this on the side if anybody wants them. So now what we're going to do is, I guess, head over to Citi Field. I want to go to Teggy. I want to install a K-plate, because what's a Wait for the Fame car without a K-plate? I feel like whoever did use this in Japan really took care of it, just because there's little things here and there that show you like, okay, this isn't just your normal K-truck. For one, it has a double din with CD player. You really never see that. Two, they added a second cigarette charger. So I have that one and this one. Upgraded speakers on both door cards. They're not supposed to have that. There's this, which I couldn't tell you 100%, but I feel like it's not supposed to be on the inside. I have this one, of course. That's LED that I didn't even do. But there's two of them. And then there's an upgraded LED light that's right there. On top of that, it only has 84,000 kilometers. Although obnoxious, they changed the shift knob. They added a Momo, which is, you know, little things here and there where it's like, okay, is this a work truck or someone was trying to flex? So I'm about like 15 minutes away from Citi Field. First place I'm gonna stop is the Paint Homies. Out of curiosity, I wanna know how much it would cost to repaint the entire truck, just so we can get an idea maybe for a future K-truck that I buy. And then I wanna ask them like, hey, you got anybody here who might be interested in something like this? Because usually when I go over there, I'm in like a Mira walkthrough, a cappuccino, a vehicle where it wouldn't really be useful to them. But something like this, a rear liftgate truck, can actually, you never know. I mean, do I think someone's gonna buy it today? Maybe. You got to be optimistic always. But at least I'm going to go over there, just chop it up with them, show them a new car, and then we can get an idea how much it costs to paint this. I could, if I really want to, put an exhaust, but let's pump the brakes. El carro entero. El mismo color, blanco. ¿Adentro todo? Ah, sí. ¿Compra este? Para los motores. Siguiente bonita. It was actually a lot of fun over there. I was with my uncle chopping it up. Almost everybody came to me, random people just driving by. How much? I told everyone 6,000. Some people were like, I'll give you 6,000 if you just gotta move the steering wheel from this side to that side. And it's like, come on, bro. Let's be realistic. But that was fun. Now let's go to Teggy. Let me drill through this hole. Let me swap over this. I'm actually really digging the darked out taillights. But I want you guys to comment right now, right? So here's what the truck looks like, you know, without a K plate. If you live in a state, in my personal opinion, and you have the luxury of having one of these, you should do it. Because here's how my truck looks. And now, here's how my truck looks. For $35, it just looks the part. For anyone wondering, you just drill through it. If you have to, you don't always have to. I'm just doing it for the extra coverage. There's so many cars that I have where I don't do it. But you're not telling me that this doesn't look 1,000% better. I can't believe how much we got accomplished today. I really wasn't planning on going so in, but I don't hate it without the rims. New plugs, new wires, LEDs, air filter, battery still new, new shift knob. Oh, we gotta swap over the Wait for the Fame horn. Okay, so let's do that. Can I just pop this out? Or do I need to actually... Oh no, I could just pop it out. Perfect. All right, so let's get in here. Let me use my 2 lights that this person installed. Bruh. Now it hurt more than ever that I don't have these rims on, because this is supposed to be a reflection of moi. And here it is with these stupid freaking caps. But whatever. I think I'm gonna end this here. Thank you guys for watching. Long-awaited K-truck build. Eventually I'm gonna get like a sandbar or a turbo carry or another truck where I'm gonna go absolutely hamming. Something about today really made my heart warm. I think it brought me back to when I first started, when Wait for the Fame first started, when all I knew before my mind was poisoned with learning about all the other K cars, the Copens, the Lapins, the Wagonrs, the Jimneys. All I knew back then was K trucks and K vans. That's it. I didn't know what a Daihatsu little person was. And after working on this, getting back to the basics, doing plugs, wires, swapping over wheels. We did still swap over wheels. We just went backwards. But technically, I can still put the red hearts on here. I could put Advanonis on here. I could put those teddy bears I just picked up. I can put the other 20 sets of rims I have home. We can still do that. I would love to do that, actually. So hopefully the person who buys this, I'll show them, hey, you're getting the truck like this, but I do have these additional options. Maybe I need to start switching up my mindset and it becoming more of an upsell than mandatory. So hey, if anybody wants this, $6,000. I also have rims for sale. But thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one. Carry looks great. I gotta order more of these too. Peace out. Just gave it a quick wash. About to take the new photos.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.